Okay, I've calmed my nerves a little bit, and I've come to the realization, thanks to that Baronade fight, that if I was to continue in here, I need to come back here as Child Link, because I don't think I can do anything without the use of the boomerang. So I gotta find another avenue to work with. So let's go. So now that begs the question, what do I do? I think the best thing that I've got on my mind right now is just, trying to tackle some odd things I can think of. Like, the first thing that's come to my mind right now is the Great Fairy up in Death Mountain Crater. There is also the Great Fairy at Ganon's Tower, so there's another thing. I can access that thanks to the gold gauntlets. There are still things to do with the frogs, with Song of Time. Now, actually, to answer my own question, can I access this in adult timeline right now? I cannot. Oh, wait. Nope. That's Boulder. I cannot. Yes, I have to actually find the Song of Storms, which are in Dodongo's Cavern, which I have no idea where that is. Now, who knows? I might not actually need the Song of Storms, but it's good to know that it's actually there. Alright. So let's go on this wild goose chase. Let's go talk to a Great Fairy. But still, though, that Baronade access was probably some of the hypest experimentation I think I have ever done. Just by, like, I know this can work, so let's get it to work. And it did. And that's the coolest part. Oh, I still feel so good about that. Now, in all fairness, there probably is, like, one chest I could get in Jabu's without, needing the boomerang, but it isn't as lucrative as checks go, if you understand. Just like, treasure chest density and item collection density and whatnot. Not as good. So we'll have to see. This is really just stretch ideas for right now. Something's gotta let me get to either Forest Temple entrance, Deku Tree entrance. Let me get to the bottom of the well as the kid. Like, let me find another dungeon entrance. That's the big thing. Like, I need Ruto's letter to be able to access Sora's fountain. So that's 2 dungeons hiding right there. Oh, look, I found the fake. Okay. Oops. Alright. Well, that one's off the table. So what's next? Well, I guess I'll just have to go this one. Yeah, Mask Quest won't even work for me right now, because... Oh, there is, going back to the Sacred Grove as Child Link. Because now that I've done Zelda's Letter, Saria's there. That's another possibility. Yeah, it's just going to be a wild goose chase until I find the thing that lets me get to places to find other things. Up and at 'em. I could also get the other chest in the Shadow Trial. That's a thing. And there's also the chest on the way up to Ganon. That's a possibility. The Kokiri Sword. There we go. All right. That is my key to unlock the Deku Tree. There we go. Shadow Trial can wait then. Alright, so I have to actually go there as Child Link to unlock it. Then that would allow me access to it as adult. I believe that's how it works. It's locked until I have the Kokiri sword. I could be wrong, though. I could very, very well be wrong. I'm not going to find out this seat, however. I am doing this the old-fashioned way. Alright, Kokiri sword, get it on my person. I want a blade. There we go. Now, unfortunately... Alright. I don't have a way of quick accessing, but I do have ways to get around that. So what I'll do... take a good old-fashioned shortcut, which will lead into a shortcut. Now what can I still find? There's Gerudo Training Ground. There's Fire Temple. Yeah, Deku Tree, Dodongo's Cavern, Fire Temple, and Spirit Temple. A lot of those are probably going to be locked behind Zora's Fountain, so I still have to wait. I know Deku Tree is where Jabu's belly is, so there's that knowledge. So Dodongo's Cavern, Fire Temple, Gerudo Training Ground, and Spirit Temple. That's all I have to currently worry about. Yeah. While I'm here, I guess I'll do Sacred Forest Meadow. You know, just take it off the list. That way I know I've done it. Yeah, go ahead. Sometimes I get invincibility frames. Yes, there is a brief period when you roll where you actually have invincibility to damage. If you time it right, get through quite a bit of this. Yeah, you ain't hitting me from the front, let me tell you that. Alright, Saria, please play nice. Fire Temple has Shadow. Which means Deku Tree has to have the other, based on logic, so Shadow Temple has the stone. Alright. Yeah, we met again in the same place. Alright. So I do eventually need to find Ruto's letter. And I do need to eventually find where is the Fire Temple. Thankfully, the Fire Temple could be over really quick, depending on where the boss key is. That's a huge one. Alright, we are back in the forest. I am gonna do this, though. Take the... Now, I get the feeling this could be the Spirit Temple, because this is something that both Young Link and Adult Link can access. Just a theory, but it's a possibility, and this does open it up for Adult. So let's find out. Probably Spirit Temple, could be Fire Temple, let's find out. Dodongo's Cavern, okay. Well, I know I don't have to complete Dodongo's Cavern, but items are items. All right. Since I'm already here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this as Child Link. I'm going to be exploring most of this anyway, so just... Or do I bite the bullet? You know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. I think the time spent turning back into an adult and coming back here, and also proving my previous idea to be true or not, I think will save me more time in the long run than doing that as child. I don't know. I'm not good at judging length of time, but I'm going to experiment and I'm going to find out. Because I could find Bolero of Fire, Saria's Song, Minuet of Forest, Ruto's Letter. Got ideas. Alright. So, yeah, I guess the fastest way... I guess the fastest way would be, like, either take the shortcut or just go through Hyrule Field. Maybe I can ride Epona. I don't know. Not having the Minuet of Forest is kind of screwing me up here. Now, for anyone who is thinking, like, wouldn't it be faster just to have the songs mixed with songs? Yes, I absolutely agree. I just typically like playing with songs in the item pool as items themselves, so it's just as much of a surprise when you pull up a chest and you just randomly learn Zelda's Lullaby. Just a fun thing. Alright, this was probably the slower option. There we go. Backwalk time. I do have to see that sometime, though. If I play just another regular seed like this, is the Deku Tree open automatically as an adult? I have to experiment with that. If anyone knows, let me know. Just, I'm curious. If I don't experiment with this at some point, I would genuinely like to know. Like, was I really overlooking this simple thing? But either way, let's find out how this works. Oh yeah, because I've already saved the Forest Temple, Kokiri Forest is back to normal. Oh, it's the Water Temple that plays here. Nice. Alright, I should see an open mouth. There we go. Hello, I am the guardian of the Dodongo Deku Tree. You must pay my fee. Wait, where are you going? Stop! You must pay my fee! I know I can't move from this spot, but you must pay my fee. There we go. Yeah, that was kind of cool, actually. Alright. Let's find out where things are in this place. I know that there is a Song of Storms somewhere. Where? We'll find out. Okay. I just actually wanted to experiment on that one. I'm a fool! I actually feel like it's been a while since I've gotten some ice traps. We can't have that. Ice traps every 5 checks. That's the way it has to be. Alright. Upon the Colossus's right hand as a small key. Okay, so that means the hands in the Colossus are treated as... Well, okay, that doesn't automatically confirm it, but it does treat it as something of the Spirit Temple. I have to keep that in mind. Alright, and as I normally do, I will go through this... Well, actually... Oh, now I have to remember, is it a Skulltula or a Business Scrub that's at the back end of this? Have to find out. Claim check. Useless. Absolutely useless. You know what? I can kill the Lizalfos here in like 2 swipes. Let's just do it. Coming at me with those little pathetic knives. This is a real blade. Ooh, can I get you in mid-jump? Gotcha! Alright, too bad there was nothing I couldn't randomly long shot from down here just to get up there. Real time save. And this way, I don't have to do the super slow Armos pull. Alright. Boom. Skulltula, okay. I can never remember. Not necessary. Alright, let's go the next part of the dungeon. Yes, yes, Navi, this seed is evil. You're laughing. You just want to say hello to all the bad guys. There we go. Now we just watch the cutscene. I do find it interesting how the puzzle to get that Skulltula up there is you have to come back here as an adult and go the reverse way in order to get that because the stairwell has vines attached to it. For the longest time, I never realized that's how you did it because I always thought, oh, you had to go in proper order to get there, which... Ruto's letter! There we go! As I always do, whatever bottle I collected in, that's the one I mark. Okay, that's great. We now have 2 other dungeons accessible. And as soon as I find the Song of Storms, that makes a 3rd accessible dungeon. Okay, this is really good. So I think I know what my next plan of attack is after leaving here. It's to go up Sora's domain, send in the letter, access Jabu, beat the Deku Tree, because I need to do that. I have to absolutely beat the Deku Tree for this seed. And figure out the next plan of attack there, but I could probably do the Ice Cavern entrance. Too short. Oops, right. I can get the other chest over here. Okay, Navi. I get it. Let's find out. Song of Storms. I'm still looking for you. There we go. Song of Storms has now been acquired. There we go. Now, I'll still go and collect a few items here. I'll set off the shortcut just in case. But I'm fairly certain at this point I've got what I need to collect. So I don't have to worry too much more. I mean, in all fairness, I could just go beat King Dodongo right now and just get it over with. But I don't really need to. I could actually go as far as getting the chest in the boss room. Funnily enough, I actually think that once you go in, I don't think you can actually leave. I could be wrong, though. Hard container. Yeah, fun little trick I learned. If you throw a bomb at the arc of that bridge, you actually will have a perfect shot into the eye. And I actually, the first bomb I tried tossing there, I'm like, I'm taller, the arc must be a little different. But no, actually it was fairly close. Oh, ice trap! That was worth it. Alright. I could use bombs, but I'm gonna be using a hammer here anyway. Might as well. 20 roops. Here, I'll give you a 20. You just have to pay me 10 of it back. Alright, and the biggest quiver. There we go. Alright, well, the way forward has now been discovered. Yes. Go this way. It is the fastest way out. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and defeat King Dodongo. Or at the very least, check the chest. If that means I have to defeat King Dodongo to get out of the room, so be it. It's a quick kill. And maybe another item, too. I never heard that Dodongo's Cavern was foolish, and it definitely wasn't, because I found Ruto's letter. It's just that the stone is useless. Just high enough. There we go. There we go. Alright. Check. Bombs. Hey, that's actually vanilla. Now, I did hear... There we go. Yes, Megaton Hammer can actually be used to break that. I think it is a very precise break, but it is a possible one. Alright. King Dodongo, there was a chance I was going to let you live this seed, but not this time. And even with the Bigoron sword, it's still 2 hits, because I'm fairly certain every boss has a, like, if you were to somehow be strong enough to beat it in 1 hit, it always leaves it at 1 HP after. And then it's like, oh, you have to do 2 hits. Like this one. Because even a double, a jump slash from a Master Sword twice is still enough to kill King Dodongo, so you'd think a jump slash from a Bigoron sword would do it in 1, and yet it's still not enough. Alright, well, at the very least, that is Dodongo's Cavern collected. Still gotta find a Requiem of Spirit, too, now that I notice. Ooh, capacity or regular? Capacity! Ooh, that's beautiful. I will take that, especially with how many I was using. Goron's Ruby collected. So that means the Kokiri Emerald in this seed, unless glitched, can never be acquired. Sorry, Kokiris. Alright. Plan of attack has been acquired. Get to Zora's Fountain and drop off the letter. That is the next step. And of course, just do the same thing that I did before. Just serenade of water over to Lake Hylia, take the shortcut, and I am in the fountain. Also, I have to remember pick up a fish. So I have to pick up a fish to feed to a great fish to let me access a tree inside its body. Yep, Zelda logic. It is interesting that I'm nearly 5 hours into this, and I'm only about to defeat my next medallion dungeon. I only have 2. Sometimes I actually do wonder if I should play some of these on faster settings just to, like, have some faster versions. Like, don't get me wrong when I say this. This is kind of my standard as to how I do this, usually. Like, song sanity, scrub sanity, just... I like having these various options just available. And just playing with them. Just, it's kind of normal for me at this point. But maybe sometime I should try something faster. Alright, King Weep. It already assumes I've saved her. Wouldn't be the water temple talking. Would be kind of funny, actually, if that were the case. He's playing off the water temple being finished. Alright, open up so I can explore the tree. And then afterwards, I'll get the Great Fairy Fountain. Ooh. Oh, I have Din's Fire. I'm still exploring what's above here, but I have Din's Fire. You know what they say, kids? It's alright to play with fire in a great magical tree. It won't catch fire. Fast. Okay, dungeon map to the cavern that I just finished exploring. Well, at least it's a pleasant tune in here. All right. What will we find? Like, in all honesty, like, Requiem is the big thing I'm looking for. Because I'm gonna need that eventually. Like, I don't think there's any way I'm gonna beat Jabu as an adult, so I have to have access to there as a kid. Somehow. One less obstacle to potentially knock me down. Haha. Fool. Okay, Deku stick. It's too bad I don't have a hook shot for Child Link. That's in Majora's Mask. Oh, there we go. Been a while. Ooh, very close. Depending on the timing, I actually could have made that. Yeah, thanks for the boost. Alright, see what's in this. Hey, more ice traps! There we go. Alright, time to go down. Just kind of hoping. There we go. Stun? No. That'll work. Alright. Don't even have to bother with the gold school Tulas. It's kind of a weird feeling. Thank you. Alright. So another thing that I've never practiced is basement skip. So I will just go ahead and do this the old-fashioned vanilla way. So probably my next game plan after this would be to come back here as an adult and explore the ice cavern. I think that's the only option I've got available to me. But it's got to give me something that I can work with. Just while I'm thinking about it, if I was able to find the spirit temple somewhere, like, that could be bottom of the well, actually. Right, we're gonna burn things. Light everything on fire. Fire, 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 fire. Stun you, that works. Don't even have to bother. Burn! But yeah, the ice cavern seems like a prospective spot to explore. The bottom of the well with the Song of Storms is another one. Alright, and we're just going to take the expressway down. Kind of a fun little trick when you actually can use Din's Fire in the Deku Tree. Come on, don't be afraid. I just want to send a Deku Nut back into your face. It's one of the first times I think I've actually failed to catch him before he runs away. Alright. Now, one thing I am definitely not good at is killing Goma quickly, so this might just be a vanilla fight. Yeah, like, it's a timing thing with that, I think I just haven't got yet. Gotcha. There we go. At least I can do that. And that's medallion number 3. As soon as I wait for this queen's body to burn away. And I don't really need them anymore. Yep, but I logicked it right after seeing that. Kokiri's emerald was in the Shadow Temple. And it will never be collected. Okay, let's just go quick check the fountain of the Great Fairy after a quick hint exploration. Okay, that's like the 4th time I've seen that. Now, what would be interesting? I don't know if something like this kind of already exists or not, but this would be interesting. If every way of the hero that you see as a duplicate implies that there's more than one item. Ooh, Lake Hylia too. Interesting. I've already got everything in Lake Hylia, so I'm set. But let's just say, for instance, there. Like, so I've seen a whole bunch of Kokiri Forest being Way of the Hero. So what if every repeat hint implies that there's that many items in Kokiri Forest that are considered Way of the Hero? Now, I had the light arrows, which I don't think normally are implied Way of the Heroes, because Ganondorf already hints that. But I had Zelda's Lullaby, I had a strength upgrade, I had the Megaton Hammer, because I know I'm going to need that for Fire Temple now. Like, that's a lot. That is very, very strong. Okay, Now it's time to figure this out. What's at the bottom of the well? Because if it's Spirit Temple, then Adult Link has another spot to go visit. If it's Gerudo Training Ground, I can dodge it. And if it's Fire Temple, well, Adult Link's getting back there pronto. So, time to play the guessing game. What dungeon will we find? And I guess there's frogs as well. I got 2 more songs, and Song of Storm's Grotto. Okay, so I got things. Okay. So let's see here. And at the bottom of the well is Fire Temple. Okay. Well, I'm going to explore this one pretty darn quick. Just depends on how soon do I find a boss key. Now, it would still be a good idea for me to explore the dungeon, because that could logically lead me to the Requiem of Spirit, which I know I need. Who knows? But Fire Temple first. Maybe I can finish this one pretty quick. See what happens. Get another game plan going. Oops. Missed one of the buttons. It's a good thing I've got the Goron tunic as well. Although, in fairness, I've got a lot of health now, so I would be able to survive the lava rooms pretty darn effectively. But it's time to go down. Oops, I thought I had the hammer still on that. Now, I will actually re-equip this, because one thing I didn't know for the longest time was the Flame Scarecrow, or the Fire Dancer, or whatever you want to call it. Its damage value from the Bigeron Sword is actually less than the Master Sword. Which is funny in my case, because I remember as a kid, when I got really good at playing this game, I would always try to get the Bigeron Sword really, really quickly. So what I would do is I would usually go to the ranch and save Epona right off the bat, because you would need Epona to be able to traverse Hyrule Field fast enough for some of the consumable, perishable items for the trade sequence. So I would always get Epona really fast, and then I would actually have the trade sequence finished before I even stepped foot into the Forest Temple. So I would have the Bigeron Sword for basically all game, and when it got to the Flame Dancer, I never paid attention to how it took longer to damage it when I was using the Bigeron Sword. And then I learned that's actually how it was programmed, which I find is a very, very weird thing. Alright, small keys aplenty, which is fine. The game could just as easily assume I have to do this first to get some small keys going. But it would be kind of funny if I was able to, like these chests here contained items and the boss key. Because then that would mean hey, you don't have to explore the rest of the temple. You can just go straight to the boss. But I'm not sure if the game has to still run under the assumption of you need to get the pillar. Not actually sure about that, but I'm going to assume that's the case. But if I find the boss key right away, there's going to be a dead dragon here soon. So what do I got? More keys? More keys. So I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of work in the upper fire temple. It's like I'm freezing the air with a Gibdo or Redead scream, and that lets me float. Jeez, I'm coming up with all kinds of lore reasons for things this time. Navi being evil and saying hello to her evil friends. My boots freezing the air as the canonical reason why it's able to float. Hey, what will I think of next? I just need more things. More keys are good. I mean, what I would like to do is get to the shortcut in the temple. Because if I can trigger the shortcut, then if I decide to be like, oh, boss key, go fight Volvagia, or just like, oh, shortcut, I'll just come back here now that I found another clue, it will help quite a bit. Now, I think this needs an explosion. Yeah, take that. So, how soon will I find the boss key? Let's find out. Not that one. Actually, my first not key item. I suppose I'll just go ahead and mark that I found 4 of them. Oh, time to keep going up. Oops, I flubbed that one. Oh, I can summon the keys. Oh, hey, what do you know? That worked. Go. As long as I don't flub this up, that's fine. Perfect arc. Perfect hit. Alright, so we made it here at the very least. Pretty soon, I should see a boss key. That's what I'm hoping. If I just find a boss key, I'm set. Hey, my good old friend, the Stone of Agony. Yes, for anyone who has not watched any of my early Ocarina content, the way I used to have hints be readable was when I found the Stone of Agony. And oh, I don't actually have to do that. That spider can live. And the reason for that is I wanted to give the Stone of Agony some use because I basically knew where everything was. I didn't need the feature to find the grottos. But I'm like, well, if I find the stone, then everything's just, like, nothing changes. And the Mask of Truth, well, you really got to go out of your way to get the Mask of Truth, so I was just like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to give the Stone of Agony a use, and if I find the stone, then there you go. I've got my hint system online, and I've given it a use. Also, I just realized here, this could be the same situation as the Shadow Temple. If this is not a small key and is indeed the boss key, I don't have to go any further. Alright, I do still have to go further. The dungeon says, keep going. So we'll just get through here. We'll do the top side first. Maybe the game still runs under the assumption I have to be able to make it to the pillar room? I don't know. I want to assume yes, under this set of circumstances. Alright, we're gonna do this first. Don't trust my abilities here. I know what happens when I get moving pretty fast here. Heart container. Or peace. I did it again. I was doing so good for the last few hours. Peace. Oh, and I just realized we are about to be on 5 hours. Oh my goodness. Well, I typically finish these around 8. I'm kind of wanting to finish them faster. I'm gonna go back to one of my previous comments. Maybe the ability to play this with faster settings might be something I should consider. And then there is also going up the Scarecrow way. Still looking for the boss key. Let's go. Boss key acquired. All right. Well, you know what? I have the shortcut. Let's go defeat Volvagia real quick. I'm gonna play the gamble that there's nothing hiding further in this. I'll have to remember it's a thing, but I'm gonna play the gamble that there's nothing further in this temple. Yeah, because if the game was to assume so, the key, the small key, would be up the secret path. So maybe the game assumes that, oh, you have to have hover boots at this point. That's your way to get in. Who knows? I don't know all the logistics behind most of this, so we'll have to see. Let's see how long this takes. I'm gonna try to do a few tricks here. Can't guarantee things. Probably gonna have a few boulders falling on my head, but I do know the tricks to Volvagia. Do I have a hammer? I need the hammer. You know, I'm gonna experiment here again, because I know how this works. Alright, I did get the hit. Alright. It is taking me a bit of time here. It is a little slow, so. Can do this to possibly speed it up. There we go. that becomes the new hole for the second Volvagia hitbox. Actually, why don't I do this? Okay, still not enough. Guess we're gonna go into falling boulders mode. And we are going into falling boulders mode. Come on, I'm hanging on the wall. Just go back into one of those holes. Oof. That's a hit. Okay, so good to know. I'll die if I fail the next hit. So I better get it right. There we go. There we go. Sure, I get it close. And there we go. Fire Temple is finished. So I could get a small key here as my reward drop. That is possible. Okay, so that just means Jabu and Spirit wherever Spirit is located. That's it. I was right, small key. I want to say that was small key 5? I don't know, I was kind of losing track there. We'll just assume that was small key 5. I might not even have to come back to the Fire Temple anyway. But there's the Shadow Medallion. Okay, and I'm going to pause here again. I know this is kind of a bit of a shorter bit here, just looking at my time, but going over 5 hours, I do want to take myself just another quick break here, just in case. Collect my thoughts and get myself psyched for the last portion of this, because we're nearing the home stretch, and as soon as I find the Spirit Temple and the Requiem of Spirit, I'm basically solid. So get ready, finale's coming up soon. But anyways, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.